Hey everyone, I just want to do something different with this video, and I just want to show you on this website, on CNBC's website, on the Make It. And this is one of the reasons why I started this channel in the first place, and it's to, get people educated about money. And this article is very revealing about how Americans, not only Americans, but other people around the world, how they deal with money. And I'll link one of my videos on how I made $500,000 in 5 years, mainly through saving and investing all of it. And this article is very revealing and how people think about money. So how much money Americans have in their 401ks at every age. And this channel is catered mostly to millennials, people under 50, but it's still surprising that there are people in their 60s who have little in their 401k plans. And this deals mostly with 401k plans. I don't have a retirement plan myself, and I don't really believe in that because I use my money to invest for myself instead of someone investing for me. And then you pay usually a 1% management fee per year, and that's what Fidelity does. I do have a Fidelity account, but it's not a retirement account. So you can go through this. I'll link this in the description down below, but look at these. I'm going to show you two graphs. This first graph is the average 401k balance by age. How much Americans have in their 401k plans as of the first quarter of 2019. And as you can see here, it's not a lot. I have more in my trading account, maybe 2.5 times more in my trading account than someone in their 60s, 69. And this is the average. Obviously, there's going to be more people who have this and a lot more people who don't. Now, if you're 20 to 29, it's okay to have this much. It's not great, but you know that your salary isn't gonna give you that much money. If you're not making a lot of money in your 20s, you're not gonna save a lot of money. But I mean, you still should save a lot more. I'm 29, I turned 29 a few weeks ago. So, I have 500,000, more than that right now. But people with salary jobs, they should have more than 11,000. People in their 30s should have more than 42,000. This is actually a lot more than the 20s, but that's why your salary is much higher in your 30s. But still, you should have more. Look, the average person builds $42,000, not in this 10-year range, but it took them to 20s to their 40s, 20 years to accumulate $40,000, and that's not great at all. That is terrible. Even if the economy were sinking, you should be depositing regularly. It doesn't have to be a 401k. It can be your trading account. It can be anything that you can use to invest, either through managed investment or investing for yourself. Now, it does get a little better in the 40s, but remember, this all adds up from your 20s. So this is, what is this, 20, 30 years of investing, and it's all, obviously this is not much at all. 50 to 59, a little bit more, but this is shocking that it's not any much higher than what you got from your 30s to 39 years old. And 60 to 69, even worse. These should be really far apart. 30, 39 should be way further than the 20s, 40 should be way further than your 30s, 50s, and it shrinks, as you can see here. So it's not great at all. And that's what I'm trying to do with my channel, trying to get everyone to think about money the right way, saving, growing, and investing it, and living frugally. So this is the second chart, the average 401k contribution rate by age, and this is terrible. Okay, so I live on $1,200 a month. I make about $7,000 to $8,000 a month. So I am putting away about let's just say $6,800 a month. And I don't have a calculator with me, but that's about maybe it's more than 60%, I think. More than 60% of my income, my monthly income, is going to my trading accounts so I can invest and make more money. And look at this, 7%. That means if someone made $30,000 a year, they're putting less than $3,000 a year. Maybe, what would it be? It'd be like $2,600 a year into their retirement. That is shocking. It doesn't get any better when you're in 30s, when you have more money. It goes a little bit, this should be inverted, okay? When you're in your 20s, excuse me, when you're in your 20s, you should be saving like, you should be how it is in your 60s. So you should be, you know, saving maybe 30%. And then when you're 30s, maybe a little less. The 60 to 69 range, maybe a little older, you should be spending. You should be enjoying your life. You have all this money. Why are you contributing so much more when you're older? You should be contributing more to your investments when you're younger, because compounding is such a powerful thing. And when you start early, you know, by the time you're 60, you'll be a multimillionaire. But people are realizing this so late. They're putting 11%, which is still pretty low. I'd still put maybe 20% if it was in my 60s, but you should put over 50%. If you really want to be rich and you don't want to leave it too much to investments, how much return you receive, because to a certain point, you can only receive a certain amount of return that you can control. Other ways, it's not really, there's going to be risks the higher you want in return. So it's not really the greatest thing in the world, but you need to analyze, you need to start saving when you're younger and then invest that. And then as you get older, you know, you could save less or you can keep it the same. And when you're in the 60s, you'll be a millionaire. That's like the sole thing. It's simple. And you know, that's why I made this channel, and I'll continue talking about this, you know, until people finally start listening. And if you want to read this entire article, it's pretty fascinating. The article goes over a few things. Some of it are pretty conservative. I really want you to save a lot more, and I'll leave the link, this link in the description down below so you can check it out. All right, so this is Kyle. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell so you stay up to date on when new videos come out. See you later.